So I thought I'd do a little bit of a surprise video in case anybody was ever curious about how to change an electrical outlet, or I'm sorry, light switch. We are currently off. I just want to confirm. No power at all. This would turn red and start beeping if there was power. So this is an easy one to swap out. And I just realized I don't think I have a replacement faceplate because I cracked it when I was pulling it off because I had to cut the, you can kind of tell how I had to chew the side of this board up to get this socket off. That's what happens when you don't think things through and you have to reinforce a door lock and a few other things changed, and I actually didn't need to end up doing it. I was just stupid and impatient, so. Alright. So, light switch is out and dangling. When you're doing this, I always like, if I'm just doing a quick one-off, to grab my new switch, which I'm doing right now. Put it the same way as it is in there. By the way, even though I don't have power, I'm still using electrically safe screwdrivers. Highly recommend. I've been bit a few times by electricity and it's not fun. Even just touching wires barehanded sometimes can make me a little jumpy. You've seen me jump at all during this, that's why. Use the hooks or the loops that are already on there. Top to top, bottom to bottom, and don't forget your ground if you have one, which that's what that wire is. If you didn't know, plugs or outlets and switches, you can use a regular flat screwdriver for, but they also make a special one that's got a little bit of a square in the middle of the thing. That's so the flat screwdriver can't walk around on you, because if you ever used a flathead screwdriver, you know they like to wander. Again, that's why I get the right tool for the job. Of course, I don't have any pliers with me while I'm doing this, so I'm just going to bend that out a little bit with the screwdriver, because that wire can be sharp, and I've got enough cuts for 1 week. Just finesse it up around the screw. Once you get a good contact, screw it in. This should fix my lighting issues from the last video you guys saw as well. That's why I'm doing this. Oh, that takes the same one. Yeah, it does bite. Sweet. Alright, so just got to get that off. This would be a lot easier if my phone wasn't in my way sitting on a tripod, but that's the joys of when you try to film stuff. Sometimes to get the shot, you gotta work around the phone or the camera. Here we go. There's that. And the ground on this one's on the other side on the bottom, so we're just gonna this up and around, lock that in, put the screwdriver in there, tighten it down, our ground is in, and put it back in there, we'll just fold the wires in. a couple threads on the top and bottom screw. And no, I didn't care that this doesn't match because this is out in my shop. I just grabbed the cheapest switch I could find because why not? Plus this one goes to the outside lights, and personally I kind of like the idea of having them differentiated, so if somebody else is in here I can say flip the cream switch or flip the white switch, because then they know exactly which one we need. Tight. And while I got this open, I always make sure, because I didn't install them. Alright, I'm going to go grab a faceplate and turn the breaker back on, and we'll be right back. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, so did you guys know that you can support me for not spending a cent by hitting the like button, subscribing, and sharing my videos? It doesn't cost you a cent. It helps the algorithm see me a whole lot more, and it's totally free for you. It just takes 3 clicks. Just wanted to throw that out there. Thanks, bye. And I'm back. So I ended up having to leave to go get a new faceplate because, yeah, the old one is snapped. And if you didn't know, when you turn on a light switch, it does create a small spark. I'm sorry, it can create a small spark. Which what you guys can't see is this shelf is literally right next to my lathe. Like where I'm standing behind the camera, I'm in line with the main drive motor of my lathe. So I throw a lot of sawdust over here. So I absolutely do not want this thing being exposed, because all it takes is a little bit of sawdust getting in there and you get a fire. So, I don't know if you guys can hear my neighbor's chickens squawking, but I can. It always makes me laugh. Alright. And yes, I know it's 3 different colors. I didn't care enough to color match because, again, it's in the shop. I was in a hurry. I just wanted to be done. Other screw out. I've seen some of these where they have screws that just don't fall out, which those ones are amazing, but at least I think I have. I might be mistaken on that. I might be thinking of something else. In the way it'd be a lot easier, but it's there, it's in the way, so I'm just going to work around it to the best that I can. And now we're going to try this outlet or the other side, because this one might actually tell I haven't done this in a while. Alright. So now I'm going to be talking the screwdriver in my mouth. opposing corner if I'm doing one that takes multiple. Just like tightening up lug nuts on a tire, I'm sorry, on a wheel. It feels like it bit. I don't like this. I'm gonna cut something out and I don't want to deafen you guys while I do it. Be right back. And we're back. I went ahead and pre-started all of these just because it was still fighting with me, but I got that corner taken care of. Gotta love a good multi-tool. I don't use it often, but boy, when you need that specific tool, there is no substitute. It's worth its weight in gold when that's the only option you have. It's gotten me out of plumbing fixes when I've had a bad pipe and couldn't get a saw in there because it was too tight to be able to work it back and forth. Alright, it's all tight. Close the tripod a little bit. All the lights come on except for where my circuit finder is. So we are good to go. Yeah, so I didn't show you guys the circuit finder just because it's not a necessary tool to be able to do that kind of thing with. When in doubt, just shut the main off to your house while you're doing any electrical work. Trust me, I've been bit, it ain't no fun. Don't mind the mess behind me. Next couple days I'm planning on tearing this whole shop apart to clean it out, see what I've got, get some more wood racks up, get all of that organized. I gotta reinforce a couple things. And yeah, get some stuff done in here. So, yeah, until then, see y'all later. Cat in the Hat.